The Tokyo 4-day work week, and the results are in. Launched in April 2025, Tokyo City government staff, around 160,000 employees, opted for a 4-day work week, working 155 hours a month instead of 5 days, to gain a 3-day weekend each week. Parents with elementary-aged children were able to reduce their hours by up to 2 in exchange for modest pay cuts, increasing time for childcare. Japan's fertility rates hit a record low of 1.2, in Tokyo even lower at 0.99, well under the replacement rate of 2.1. For reference, the global birth rate is 2.3. The policy is part of a broader effort, including incentives, daycare expansion, and dating apps to reverse this decline. Trials suggested that 4-day work weeks boosted male participation in childcare by up to 22%. Successful pilots, like those in Iceland and the United Kingdom, have prompted many governments around the world to adopt such a change. Now, what are the results in Tokyo? Employees reported major improvements. 71% had reduced burnout, 39% were less stressed, and many found it easier to manage home and social life. The trial let companies tailor their 4-day week model, staggered, conditional, or classic Fridays off, as long as pay stayed the same. Companies saw revenues hold steady or even increase by up to 1.4%. During the trial, staff turnover dropped by 57%. Many workers said they wouldn't return to a 5-day week, no matter the pay. 60% said it was easier to balance paid work with caregiving. So what does this mean for us? Where is the power of the proletariat? Why don't we demand this in the United States? Why don't we demand this in the world? There are studies out there on psychological phenomena that notate when we are all off as a people, we are happier. Think about that for a second. We just finished a 3-day July 4th weekend. Don't you think there was a collective happiness, a collective breath of respite on that weekend? Here's some more food for thought. If any of you have retired parents, even they, which have the work week off because they're retired, are happier when their friends and family are off with them. They're actually happier on the weekends. There are statistics that show this. So what are we doing allowing these companies to take 5 days away from us? And it's not 5 days. It feels like it's the entire week. Monday through Friday's gone. You're usually tired on Friday. You have to sleep in Saturday. By the time you wake up on Sunday, you're already thinking about the work week again. And are you telling me that we're not efficient and productive enough to get our work done in 4 days? I certainly am. I believe the average human is. Where is our power as a people? This is beyond my understanding, that we don't demand a 4-day work week for our health, so that we can focus on what is meaningful, our lives, our friends and family, your own vocations. Let me know your thoughts.